Well, hi there. How y'all doing? Look, I mean that. How y'all doing? Honey, we in some weird times right now. And different people are handling this a whole lot different than other folks. So I hope you are doing all right now in this time of isolation. Or should I say quarantine? You know, I have figured out I don't really like the word quarantine. I ain't gonna call it that. I'm gonna call it isolation. No, that's wrong. I don't like the word isolation. I'm gonna call it quarantine. Because when I think of isolation, honey, I think of being in the prison, up in the jailhouse. I don't want to be in the jailhouse. And I know you may feel like, hey, I am in jail right now. Look, I know when I go to sleep at night, I ain't gonna be in no 6x6 cell with some big old gal named Bertha. So I know I ain't in no kind of prison situation. You know what I mean? So anyway, here we are in quarantine. I'm learning some things. It's good to learn, especially from bad situations. I have learned, first of all, that my real life ain't a whole lot different than what's going on in my quarantine life. I reckon the biggest thing is church. We ain't having church, you know, because most of us are old and we shouldn't be around each other. And now when I do have to go out to get something at the store, I'm taking my little pack of wipes and I'm taking my little thing of sanitizer. And also, if I hear somebody coughing, I'm looking around to see how close they are to me and if I need to further social distance myself, you know what I mean? So I guess that's the biggest ways my life is a little bit different than regular life, but it's not a whole lot different. I've also learned I don't get no real mail. Do you know? Look, I went out last Tuesday. That was the last time I had stepped out of my house until yesterday. I figured I should at least go check the mail. I did. I don't get no real mail. I get bills. I don't really care for bills, so they don't qualify as real mail to me. But I'm still getting stuff from AARP. Look at me. Why am I still getting stuff from AARP? Don't they know how old I am and when I was born? Of course, I do have some young friends and in their 20s and 30s getting stuff from AARP. Look, I think I'm going to call AARP and tell them they need to step up their game and get their information right. They sending this stuff just out to everybody, I guess. Just throw it out there. Somebody will catch it, that sort of thing. Anyway, so yeah, I can go a week without checking my mail. And it's okay, because I ain't getting nothing I want anyway. I'm learning that not everybody's mama taught them the same things that my mama taught me. My mama told me, Lula Bell, most of the time all you need is 4 squares. That has worked for me all my life. Honey, there's folks out there buying 14,000 rolls of toilet paper at a time to get through a few weeks. I don't understand that. That's a whole lot more than 4 squares at a time. I ain't got 14,000 rolls of toilet paper in my house. I don't think I would ever need 14,000 rolls. Anyway, I still got some left from the last time I just regularly bought it. So there you go. I've learned that not everybody's mama told them the same things that mine did. I'm also learning that apparently I already have a 6-foot social distancing zone. I like to stay far away from people most of the time. And I tell you, I was at the store yesterday. Had to go. And there was this lady in front of me. We was doing our 6 feet apart thing. And this woman, I don't know who she was. I'm assuming the lady in front of me knew who she was. And I thought to myself, I hope that's her mama. Honey, this woman came rolling through with her buggy, going to get at the end of this tremendously long line we's all standing in. Got right up in that woman's face. You hear me? Right up in her face and said something to her. I thought to myself, if that ain't her mama, I think I'd have slapped her outside of my 6-foot zone. I don't know what she was thinking. But anyway, so yeah, I try to keep the distance, I guess. Just because, you know, when you get older, you like to stay away from people anyway sometimes. I've also learned that I need to keep better inventory of my chocolate supply in the house. Honey, I barged in there yesterday and all I had on my mind was chocolate. I had run out last Wednesday. I don't know how that happened, but it did. Honey, I looked like Rambo charging up in there, all I could think. The first 15 things I picked up, you know what it was? It was chocolate. I'll be ready for the next couple of weeks, let me tell you. But when I got home, remember old Pepe Le Pew? Remember how he'd be all just hugging on that little old cat that had that white stripe down her back and she didn't know it? That's how I was with that chocolate. Oh, my lovely, where have you been? Look, you better be careful. You can't let yourself get to that point. But look, I think while we're going through this, we all just need to learn from it what we can. Spend time with your family, not your friends. You're supposed to be at the house. And look, when all this is over and you done spend all this time with your family, honey, when you do see your friends, it's going to be sweeter than it's ever been because you ain't going to be able to be around your family much longer, you know. So spend time with your family now and spend a whole lot of time with your friends when it's all over. But praise the Lord, we're going to get through this. Don't know how. Just take it day by day and know we're going to get through it. And look, be well, stay at the house, and I'll see y'all soon, all right?